Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all fit and well. This is me, Jing, your Candid Filipina. For those of you who have not visited my channel before, welcome. Today we're going to chat another topic. And today's topic will be why should you not be supporting your Filipinas family? So let's go. I know many friends who are married to foreigners, and some of these foreigners support their girlfriends or their wives' family. My first question is why? Is it out of pity or just because you can? So you offer. Now I will disclose to you the real reasons. The culture in the Philippines, especially among the poor, is that they love to show off and they love one-upmanship. They love to show their neighbor what the neighbor don't have or what they cannot afford. It's a case of keeping up with the Joneses or being above the Joneses. That's why, for example, my Filipina will say to you, as a foreigner boyfriend, I want to start a business. A sari store or an eatery or okay shop. This business makes a very little amount of revenue. It's done really because they want to show their neighbors that they are better than them and richer than them, even though the business may make 1,000 pesos to 2,000 pesos profit per month or less. And as they get older, or they want this even more because life revolves around money. And it revolves around gossips. Believe it or not, the country is rife here because the mentality. Sadly, it is what it is. Now, when a foreigner comes along and he's seriously dating a Filipina, the mentality of all the family members and relatives, friends, neighbors, near or afar, is that all foreigners are rich, even though you and I know that it is not true, as many foreigners living here are very strict with their budget. What you don't know is, as soon as the Filipina starts dating her boyfriend seriously and take him home to meet the family, they will automatically start to put tremendous amount of pressure on the daughter in some shape or form to support them, and this is done for two reasons. The first reason is so they don't have to work any longer. Even if the parents are still 42 and 45 and currently working. And the second and main reason is to show off to friends, neighbors, families that their daughter is now with a rich foreigner. That is so rich that not only will be he supporting the daughter, he will also be supporting them and may even buy them a house and lot. So, the foreigner will let them stop work and the foreigner will start supporting them. And for their other needs also, I feel sorry for this Filipina because she will be too shy to tell you for months or maybe years or maybe not at all. As she will be so in love with you, she will be frightened to lose you. So she won't want to disclose to you that she is under constant pressure. Every time she sees her parents, they will be demanding to put a tremendous amount of pressure on her for you to support them. And if you refuse to support them, they will then put a pressure on her to break you up and to find a richer foreigner or more a gullible foreigner. Now, bear this in mind. I would say 80% of the time this will be the case. As a lot of my Filipino friends that are dating or married to a foreigner tell me this and I hate it. Of course, they know it's wrong, while other Filipinas will embrace it and agree with their parents as they might have this mindset also. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine who's married to a foreigner. The foreigner cannot drive and she has no license, and the foreigner husband is happy using Grab, taxis, and local transport because he don't want to drive in a country that is horrendous to drive in here. So as I said, she had no license. She had not drive, he did not drive. Being married, they have a joint bank account. So she went along and bought a car for 200,000 pesos, which she parked on their drive. And it was never used at all. It was put there purely as a status of a symbol to show the neighbors that she was rich. And this isn't a story, it's a fact. And not so far they will go to prove to their friends and family that they are rich. Supposedly, if you have not come along, her 42 years old mother and her 45 years old father would still be working. But because you've come along, supporting them is expected. And as I said, you will be unaware that she's under this pressure. She will be too shy to tell you, even though she loves you truly. I've seen this many, many times, quite often. I also see that when the honeymoon period is over and the parents start to ask for more and more money, the foreigner will quite often say, "You know what? I am no longer going to support your parents. They have become greedy." And that's when he stops. The girl you will have even more pressure put on her by her parents to now break you up and find another foreigner. And as you are tight, you know you're not helping them any longer. You have no use to them any longer. Some of you may be thinking, no, this is not the case with your wife or girlfriend, as you're already supporting her and a family. I tell you what, try this. Stop supporting the family for a couple of months and watch how quickly they stop talking to you and give you the evil eye. I'll give you one last example, and this is true. A foreigner whose girlfriend's father really was a bone idol and said he wanted to start a business but couldn't because he was poor. So foreigner very generously bought him a taxi for 600,000 pesos and all the permits, and taught him to drive and got him his driver's license. Wow, that's a nice foreigner, right? So the father, who drove the taxi for 2 weeks and then said, I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard work. I sold it for just over half the price of the taxi. Another reason, he was too lazy to get up in the morning to work. He didn't want to work in the first place. It's just an excuse. Now, when the foreigner and his girlfriend revisited the family 4 months later on, the father said he had sold because it had given him a bad back driving. The foreigner then said, give me the money you made on the car and I will reinvest it in a business for you that is not so labor intensive. You know, the foreigners was shocked, but was still prepared to do this. The father then said, I don't have the money any longer. I've spent it in a matter of 4 months. Remember this, the father who had been living on 10,000 pesos monthly before the foreigner came along. Can you imagine that? He spent 400,000 pesos in 4 months. Why? Because most Filipinos can't save. They don't know how to budget, and they've not accustomed to having this amount of money. You know, so what he did was he drank it. He gambled it. He paid off some outstanding debt that he bought other Filipinos' friendship, which is quite often here, happens in here, will buy their friends' friendships. I know, and how do I know this? I lived here for 34 years and I speak the language here, which most of you don't understand. And Filipinas and their family and neighbors will tell me all this. Gossip really. Because as I said, gossip is the name of the game here. 100 times more gossips here than in your own country. So bear this in mind and think. Have you in your own country supported your in-laws or even bought them a house? I don't think so. So why do foreigners do it? Why do they come here and after a number of months buy their in-laws a house and lot and support them 10 or 15,000 pesos a month? It really doesn't make sense. Well, I agree with supporting your Filipina girlfriend or wife. That's normal, as if I were a foreigner. I would do the same, but that's as far as I would go. Anything else in the long run will make you head for trouble. Because when you become older and fall ill and need money for hospital expenses and can no longer support her parents, it's the only then you will truly find out what lies behind the deceptive smiles and see the real persons, the real parents. And as I said, this is not the case for all families. And many Filipinas will tell the parents from the start, my foreigner is not going to support you. He will support me, but not the family. And this is the true, beautiful girl that will stand up for you and say this from the start. She is the one that she now should choose and be with, because she will be your ideal woman for the rest of your life. I'm not being negative here. I'm just being honest from a Filipina's point of view. I hope you don't take this advice the wrong way. I'm just trying to help foreigners here that are too generous or too gullible and or can't see the light. Anyway, enough for me rambling. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all healthy. And I wish you a good day or a good evening wherever you may be. And I wish you continual happiness. And I really, really wish that you find the perfect Filipina for yourselves. I'm Jing, the Candid Filipina. Until the next time, signing out. Goodbye.